will become of the riverbanks where I always loved to walk? What will become of the wild animals who sometimes graced us with their presence? I have so many questions that I'm certain you will never be able to answer them all. I await your reply. This lit candle will only go out when the new season arrives.
As the thaw sets in, water bubbles forth from the springs. Spring is finally here, filling the rivers and reservoirs with life. The watercourses are bordered with the dense riverside woods of plants which have adapted to these aqueous areas. Poplars, elms and willows. An uncountable variety of shrubs such as oleander, and brambles and grasses such as bulrushes and reeds. A complete ecosystem of insurmountable ecological value. The blue water, its sound, its goodness, its openness, its purity. The resource most valued by man, but also the most scarce. The wealth of any of its courses shining out for anyone to see. Its preservation depends on us. The Rio Verde, the Green River, flows through the boundaries of Istan into the Concepcion Reservoir, which supplies the nearby towns on the Costa del Sol. The bubbling murmur of the Turon River is particularly special as it flows through El Burgo, an idyllic landscape which will delight anyone who wants to discover its charms. Another of the wetlands here is the source of the Rio Grande, the big river, where, inside a small, natural cavern, the water spouts up from the earth with surprising force. And in the depths of the mountains, within the boundaries of Tolox, there exists a whole subworld of galleries, extending beneath the limestone massif of the Sierra de las Nieves. The endokarstic system hides some of the most important subterranean formations in the world. The most important of them is the fissure known as GESM, whose drop of almost 1,100 meters takes speleologists deep down into a mysterious land. The joys of spring and of new life. Animals return to their natural habitat high up on the mountains after the hard winter. The mountain goat is one of the icons of this ecological space. There are an estimated 1,500 of them living here in this biosphere reserve. One can really feel close to nature at its most wild and beautiful when you're lucky enough to come across one of these animals. The pine groves become ever more dense, and the bushes and shrubs grow into a thicket which is almost impossible to pass. The air is filled with the sweet smell of thyme and rosemary. The fields of wheat wave greenly as the sun begins to ripen them into the gold-colored crop, ready for threshing. The blue cycle of life gives us another chance to observe the harmonious rhythm of daily life. A sweet melody which is difficult to close our ears to.
Men, women, children, all of them models of life, all of them models of respect for the environment. I bid you farewell, or perhaps better said, until the next time. I will never stop remembering you. With all my love, your friend. Postscript, and don't you forget me. We still have many summers to spend together.
The limestone rocks of the mountainous mass of the Sierra de las Nieves shine in the full intensity of the sun. Although our first impression in summer may be of a landscape which is dry and wild, the plant life here shows a texture of exquisite beauty. Lichens and mosses are proof of the complete lack of pollution in this natural reserve of Malaga province. The villages are even more dazzling beneath the deep blue skies at this time of the year. The whitewashed walls of the houses stand out against the restored castle of Monda, which shines out with its own light over the mountain landscape. The rays of the sun sparkle off the door knockers, while meanwhile everyone awaits the days which will fill the people of this area with joy and happiness. The hot months of July and August are when everyone spends most of their time out in the streets, enjoying life to the full. The pilgrimages and summer festivals are when the people pay tribute to their village's local saint or religious patron. Processions and religious ceremonies are followed by festival celebrations, which the locals fill to the brim with fun and enjoyment. Their unique talent of getting through the district's hottest time of the year. The course of the flowing water shows us the beauty it leaves in its wake. The chestnut trees wait for their fruit to appear. Just a few kilometers from the mountains, the sea is filled with people cooling off from the heat. This cycle of life has come around full circle once again. The Spanish fir stands firm, unchanged with the passage of the years. Life, in its natural state, matures thanks to the sustenance of a people who leave its natural course unchanged. The symbiosis strengthens as it paints the mountains with colour, mountains where the blue of a clean and healthy air shines out. For you, for everyone.
Like the rivers, my tears fall slowly down my cheeks until they find a place to flow to. There will always be a light where life exists. There will always be life where light exists. For being my guide, I thank you. 8 Colors, Sierra de las Nieves.